Hello everyone! Today I have a wonderful talk from Eckhart about, about joy. It's joy, 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 the joyful energy. But to reach it through a different state, by appreciating what is in the small things, the really smallest things. To become aware and conscious, you start with the smallest things. And that's exactly what I've been learned, what I have learned. I've been taught in the seminars and for self-growth and self-development, that look at what is already there. What is there? What have you already reached? What have you already been able to do? Appreciate yourself for things you did in the past, and you can do that every time. You can do that every time with the same things. Don't think, and that's what happened to me often. Should I again thank me for the same thing? I did that now. Okay, should I do it again for the same thing? And there I can only say there are a lot more since the last time that you did it to where you are now. Your memory might just call up this one thing that was maybe a big thing in the past. But then please go into detail, into the small, detailed little steps of your path, of your way, of your life. And your life is a path and a way. I'm not talking about the path and way to aim a certain goal or a certain, something certain you have been planned on reaching. Take life and the path and way just as a form of life. Yes. And allow everything to be there. And now please lean back, take your cup of tea, a nice blanket, a very cozy place where you can really relax and be by yourself. And then just maybe you even put earplugs on, and then just listen to this inspirational talk from Eckhart, to reach that appreciation, awareness of those little ordinary repetitive things that we all have. He says it right. It's between 95 and 99% that you have such type of activities in your life. And only the other part is maybe some exciting, different thing happening. So. And yes, be curious. In the end, I will add some more inspirations from my own experience in my profession, and as well from my life. And then, take that gift opportunity to have a wonderful free session. I just today had someone who had found me on Facebook, and who's now getting a free session from me. It's the second person here, the second subscriber here on my channel that was able to say, yes, I want it, and then do the next step of looking how to find me. And I'm really excited because it's from another part of this world where I'm living. It's like 6 hours time difference. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. And of course, and as you hear, it's English is not my mother tongue, but still it's possible in English. We are able to connect through something else than just language. And you hear maybe also, I do improve a little bit, step by step, by practicing more and more. Yeah, remembering. Yeah, so enjoy now and enjoy the rest, the end of this talk too.
I was putting away some clothes this morning, hanging up some clothes and folding something, and repetitive things. You get up in the morning, you do your repetitive tasks every day, and most of one's life consists of little tasks. There's rarely anything big, and if there is, it doesn't last long. What would be big? A wedding, a funeral, or in North America, Thanksgiving, turkey dinner, Christmas, a promotion, or suddenly they write about you in People magazine, hopefully something good, or some big thing, you're going to talk or give a talk to a few hundred people. But even a so seemingly big thing consists of just one little thing at a time. Now, if you had the idea, this is just a little example, I'm coming back to the clothes in a little while. One could say that folding up clothes and hanging up shirts is an insignificant thing that one would only do in order to get somewhere else. And in this case, if I thought, okay, I have to get this done because this really big thing is waiting for me, all these people are waiting for me to talk, give a big talk, then in the meantime all the little things leading up to it would be regarded as something that you have to get out of the way or pay little attention to because I have this big thing coming up. And then this big thing coming up is a mind form, would become a mind form, big thing called people wanting me to say something significant, but who knows if I can say something significant. That would have led to not only not paying much attention to the little things, but also most probably to a sense of anxiety, because the mind has created a big thing. Now, if I had that, then it would not be enjoyable to do what I do, because if every time I got anxious before a talk, that would be dreadful. I'd rather not do it. So why is there no anxiety? Because I realize even a so-called big talk consists of little things. You approach it, they pick me up in a buggy and then drive, and then I step out, and then it's really one step at a time. And then I sit in a little room for a few minutes and look around and breathe, and then I come here. It's still one little step at a time, and then I sit here, and then one word comes out, and then another word comes out. It's just that too is just small. It's only the mind that creates differences and says I'm waiting for the next big thing. And for other people, a big thing could be the next vacation they look forward to. In the meantime, they're just trying to get to that future moment. Or or getting married, looking for someone to get married, finding the right relationship. That would be the big thing, wouldn't it, if I could find that the partner, the ideal partner for me. And then you're looking towards that, and in the meantime, little attention is paid to the intervening periods. But the strange thing is, most of your life is the intervening periods. 95%, no, 99% is something that happens while you wait for something else to happen. And it's an unconscious way to live. So, as I was folding up my clothes, and I realized how extremely pleasurable the activity is, and not because of the simple movements of putting it away, but there's an underlying stillness with it that goes with that. And so that as you notice that, as you do little things, in other words, 90-something% of your life, if you're aware not only of what you are doing, of course, yes, that's part of present moment awareness, is to give attention to what you're doing, so that the doing is not just a means to an end. The greatest fallacy and big dysfunction in people's lives is that almost all they're doing is a means to an end. That implies future, of course, is a means to an end, and unconsciously the end is regarded as more important than the means. But, of course, the end, which is in the future, is always in the future. The moment it comes, it's the present moment. But the mind pattern that has lodged itself firmly in people's minds is always that the next thing, and it's the thing that I really need to get to. So the moment the so-called future comes, it appears as the present moment, something else almost simultaneously or very quickly afterwards, something else appears looming up in the so-called future. Oh, I need to get there. Of course, there are things that you need to achieve and go towards, and that involves time and so on. But if that absorbs almost 100% of your attention, or even if it absorbs 80% of your attention, you're out of balance, because if future absorbs 80% of your attention, you only have 20% of your attention left for the one thing that is ever real in your life, which is the present moment. So the present moment is just okay. So that's why many people don't actually, very rarely feel really comfortable with the present moment. It's rare for people to regard the present moment even in a friendly way. Many people live continuously in some kind of almost confrontational or denying relationship with the present moment. And then their entire life is then not aligned with the present moment, which is life itself, because the only place where life can appear to you is in the present moment. There is nothing else ever. And so your life is not aligned, your life with a small l is not aligned with life with a capital L. And that out of alignment creates an unhappy existence. And millions of people leading such an unhappy existence create an entire culture or civilization, every aspect of which reflects back to you that basically unhappy state that all those millions are in. So all the things that the culture produces, the civilization produces, the structures, the economic structures, political structures, educational, and so on, they will contain these elements of that state of consciousness that created them. So that's the dysfunctional element in politics, in economics, in educational system, and so on, which all those things that you can see are not working very well because they are products of a certain collective state of consciousness. And the collective state of consciousness is made up of millions of individuals that produces the collective state of consciousness. So if you try to tackle exclusively the products of that collective consciousness in the form of the economic structures, the political educational system, and so on, then you're working only on one end of the spectrum, and it's not the causal you work on effect. And what you can do is limited. Yes, you can initiate changes, but what is the state of consciousness in the individuals and in you as you try to initiate changes? So the causal is the individual, so that the individual no longer lives in a way that produces unhappiness and is dysfunctional.
Thank you so much, Eckhart, for this wonderful, wonderful talk. Again, about these little things. Oh my goodness. How often have I thought, to do that thing all over again, appreciating the same thing again. I can't stand it anymore. Not realizing that it's not always the same thing. It is not. Nothing ever is the same. If you go really into detail of things, you will be able to make each moment you're doing, you're experiencing, you're aware of, in the present moment, you will be able to see that big variation, that big variety, that big differences, which you, and it just came. How great is that? It just came. It's so wonderful. Even this moment here, I pressed that record button, not knowing so far how and what should I talk about this talk, because I had really that struggle for a long time, that I was not able to feel that gratitude anymore, which I did in the beginning, starting with self-growth and all that. It was so exciting, and I was so fast in understanding it all and feeling it, and then after some time where I did not reach my goals of the business that I was wanting to build, because I started to producing or to have issues at home with my boyfriend. It became really complicated, and I created so many difficult moments in my life, in my relationship actually it was, that they made me struggle so much and lose my self-confidence about me, that I totally got out of this gratitude and thankfulness, and then after my goals, they did not fulfill the way I wanted, and I thought I saw how I was so eager and so sure about it, that it would come, and then it did not come, and I rather came into such struggling situations that really put me down, and I could not get up being grateful for all the same things, like again for a warm shower, for something to eat in my something to eat to have something to eat. The refrigerator, that's the name. For the clothes that I have, that I'm wearing, for my body that I have, for my health that I have. I mean, I was grateful so many times for this that I was kind of fed up about it. And I have to really honestly say, until I pushed here that button of record, I thought, what could I tell? What could I tell? Because this is how I felt and how I feel. I felt like that just until a minute ago. I was thinking, I'm not grateful anymore. I am just not. So what can I say? And then as I press that button, it kind of fall out of me the limitation, or the, how do you say when you have like a cover, like a blanket laying on top and you cannot look through. And that's the answer. I just found it out by myself by pressing this record button, that every moment is not the same. You don't have to appreciate the same thing and be grateful for the same thing. No. Every little 10 millionths of a second is different to the other. Nothing is the same. If for you it seems the same, it's a signal for you that you are not aware. You are not in the present moment, really feeling it and being completely here with all your senses, awareness, with all that. This is the only thing that is telling you. And it's so funny because what I'm saying here, I'm kind of channeling because of all this, what I just said, I did never think of before. I did not. And it just came. And it's for me that it came. And for all of you that have been going through a lot of self-development, self-improvement, self-optimization, all this. Wow. Don't worry. Just become aware. And then you will see. And then you will feel that joy in this, that curious joy of a little child that really doesn't know what's coming next, and that is excited about, a butterfly coming. Oh, look at the sky, a cloud. Oh, the rain is falling. It's like all happening and being a surprise to you, because you are right here and you are not planning your future. If you stop planning your future, you become aware of the present moment. And you be in completely curiosity, full of joy. Oh, how wonderful is that? I love that. I could get so excited. I feel it through my whole body. The excitement of this knowledge, of this wisdom just falling into me for being shared with you. Yeah, I want to really. It's so funny. I feel the same that Eckhart does when he makes his pauses, his long pauses. It's a time of being aware. It's a time where you heard some wisdom words and then you let them sit and just making their wave through you. It's like a wave coming. This information of my words, the vibration of my words, it's like a wave coming to you. And then we make a pause, and in that pause there is time of no next wave, but just this wave coming, reaching your system, going through your system, waving up and down and up and down, and lowering the frequency. Meanwhile, it's passing your system. And I love to use that word of system because our whole body is a huge system, a live system. Yeah. So when I say system, I mean your body, your organs, your veins, your cells, each cell. Yeah. That's why I use that word system and not just person or, yeah. Let me repeat that for you and for me, that every moment is different. Even the memory of you about something from the past. Every remembering moment you have now about something in the past is different. And why is that? Because everything changes constantly. And it's not a paradigm. It's a what's that word? Where you say two opposite things at the same time. Like constant change. Either it's constant or it changes, huh? But it's a constant change. Changing constantly. And that way you can you could even say, oh, I'm so grateful for this change going on, this change of this continuation of change in each trillion of a second. So, and by doing that, by just appreciating that fact all the time, you can appreciate, it's much easier to appreciate that and to connect to that and come into that present moment through this and feeling the joy. Through this appreciation only, you will right away become aware. Because you remember yourself, okay, every moment is different, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's different. Oh, how nice, how wonderful. It's not the same like yes, it's not the same like a minute ago. Oh, it's not that boring like, no, it's not. And I really want to make you feel this to then also become a little like excited or a little inspired, a little like inspirational push that I'm wanting to give you and that I feel like giving you here to do something different, to start doing, thinking, feeling differently, and acting. In all of this result, finally acting differently. More brave, maybe, that you all of a sudden say something you would have in the past just thought, but not being brave enough to tell it, to say it out loud. Yeah. And really, this is your path. Becoming more and more true, more and more yourself, more and more completely honest and how do I say that word? Authentic, meaning that you are not ashamed anymore of anything that you are and that you want to share, that feels completely intense of wanting to be shared by you. You will never ever hold that back anymore. You will share it. You will go out there and you share it. And you know from within. It's a knowing, it's an inner knowing that it's right, because by doing that, you're connecting to every soul out there that is so grateful for hearing this, that they are not alone. No one is alone with how they are, how they think, no. And if you're expressing yourself more and more, becoming more and more brave of expressing how you feel, how you think, how you are, then others get encouraged to do the same. And then it's so wonderful, because then you see all these differences. Because what do we do? What do we see so far? We go to work, everyone is sitting in the car, having the same face in the Monday morning car, driving. We are all programmed to the same mood. And yes, it's normal. It's normal that we all swing into the same. It's a law of a mechanism. It's a physical law that if like, for example, when you have a vocal, how do you say that? In English. If you make this, I show you. I have it here. If you do this, and you have a few other ones around, and one is pretty dominant in its frequency, the others will adapt to it and swing after a while in the same frequency. And that's what we all do. But be the one swinging out of this frequency. Yes. And then you will see the others will follow finally. They will take maybe some more time, or they will be a little bit, of course they will be resistant to it, and in the first place look at you like, what is this, what is that, what shall this be? But trust me, believe me, they will look up to you, because you are the brave one, starting what is inside of them and being pushed away down like a balloon underwater that's been pushed down. This balloon wants to pop up. It's full of air. It wants to fly up into the sky. So, and you are letting it out. You let it flow out. You let your words come out. And the others, finally, they will connect to that. They will all of a sudden realize, oh, I have also this. I want to also do this. Oh, they will see that inside. They will trap themselves, their inner self that they pushed away so far for so many years, maybe even. And that's what we call development, life. That's what we call life, that wants to express itself and bloom. When I'm talking right now, I have the picture of these ice crystals. When one ice crystal starts, when there is a certain temperature reached, this -4 degrees, it is 4 degrees, or when these ice, or you can correct me if you like, it doesn't matter, just this certain temperature where the ice crystals start, and then it's like one starting and it's like a chain reaction. And you can be that first crystal giving that injection of this chain reaction. So take the chance and do it and enjoy that chain reaction and just watch it, don't jump into it and trying to apologize all the time. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, no, and no. Step back. Stay that really confident crystal that knows exactly how beautiful it looks. This wonderful, beautiful crystal that it became, and all the other crystals, how beautiful they are. So you're just there and watching them and being happy about them. It's a little bit like that explanation, and it reminds me of that. I'm not grown up in a religious family, not at all, but I do know these stories and how people talk about God and all this, and it is like this, no? It's like feeling like God and looking down onto the earth and watching the playful game of his children, of his creations. Yeah. And we are all that. We are all God. We are all creators. We create our environment, our people around us. So enjoy them and see that crystal in all of them. Yeah. And now I let you with all this wonderful content that just came through me, that just came into me. So wow, I'm always excited by myself because I don't know what's coming, what words, what information is coming. So yes, now I want to wish you a very nice time. Enjoy your new self, no matter how much it is new, and don't think about it. Just do it. Just be it. That different person. Do little different things from now on. Yeah. And yes, it's time to remind you of who you are. This wonderful lottery win, crystal, what lottery win? Let's combine it in this life that has been brought to life. A wonderful lottery win for you and for all the others that you ever will meet. Yeah, and if you like to have a free coaching session, which is really a wonderful gift to you, I want to give you. then please, your only challenge is to look me up in the internet, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. You will find me. Type in Juliana Apple and JA Coaching for my initials, and then you can set a time up with me, and you will get this wonderful free gift of a 1 to maximum 2 hour. We will talk maybe a little bit. It depends how we connect, huh? And then enjoy this and look forward. What can happen, what can be, and you will never know, and you will just, it will be a big surprise for you what it does to you. And now have a wonderful time in your life, and I look forward to hearing, seeing, talking to you